Hello there, it's Lenny McGill with the GlockStore Performance and Custom Shop right here in San Diego, California. And today, I want to show you something that's really neat. I mean, it's really revolutionary. It's pretty spectacular. And of course, that's what the GlockStore is all about, right? All right, so here it is. A lot of shooters like to shoot compensators to help dampen recoil. And the way a compensator works, it actually jets some of the gases out of the top of the compensator that typically screws on the outside of a threaded barrel. That said, the threaded barrel, is another thing to buy, and then you have to screw the compensator on it. And so a lot of people go, well, yeah, I just don't want to go that far. The compensators look kind of neat, but I just want to stick with my original deal. So an enterprising company came up with a solution for those of you who want to try a compensator, but don't want to use a threaded barrel for whatever reason. Okay, and it's pretty darn cool. So here is a Gen4, and this only works on Gen4 Glocks. Okay, this is a Gen4 17. It works on the Gen4 17 and the Gen4 19, as well as the 22 and 23. Here's what happens. It basically is a unit like this that attaches to the front of the gun via a unique device that uses the Gen4 nose ring. All right, so what is a nose ring? Well, let's go ahead and look at this gun real quick, and I'll get you all started here. We'll talk about how to install this thing. You're going to be amazed at how this looks, but even more amazed at how it functions, because it really does reduce recoil. The gun does not rise whatsoever. All right, here we go. So here's the Glock 17. I'm going to go ahead and check the fact that it is unloaded. It is. Pull the trigger in a safe direction. Go ahead and take the slide off just like normal. Wrap around. 2 fingers, a thumb and a finger on the slide lock lever, and this is a factory one, so it takes a little bit of extra effort. Hold it down, let the slide go forward, and off it comes from the frame itself. Here's the lower or frame. We'll put that aside for a moment because it does not really come involved in this process. Here's a guide rod that comes with the gun. Okay, now this is a Gen4 guide rod, and most of you know that it's a dual spring guide rod. The unit we're going to install comes with a Gen 3 guide rod. All right, so get that in mind, because you will not be using this guide rod when you use this item, and you'll see why here very shortly. It's, like I said, one of those very unique things. So here it comes to you like this. Here's the unit, and basically it looks like so. Let's get this lined up properly here so I can actually make this work here. So this is what you get, and you'll notice there are set screws throughout. And there are 6 of them that capture this device. You'll also notice the dimples, and you'll notice the oblong shape or the non-round shape of this particular item as it fits into this piece exactly. It doesn't slide. The set screws obviously will intersect with these dimples to hold this on very secure. Okay? Now, what we do, if you'll notice, the flat side of this piece, this insert piece, when I put it in here into the hole, it's going to marry itself up with the slide itself. So it kind of doesn't want to rock back and forth. You can see that, right? So it doesn't have any of that. Once you get it seated, it's pretty much tight. And that's basically the hardest part of the installation. Now, what you'll notice again, though, is that because we put this piece in here, it eats up that nose ring of the slide. That's this piece here. That's the Gen 4 nose ring. The Gen 3 nose ring smaller. So you'll notice here that now, because of that, that's why they give you this Gen 3 guide rod, so it can function into the nose ring here and go and get pushed into that hole. All right, so that's how that works. So again, I'm going to go ahead and get this set in here like so, and that's what it looks like. I'm going to get you a good close-up so you can see what it's supposed to look like. And this is called the Gen 4 Slide Comp. And it actually then, you're going to say, wow, this is pretty smart. Goes in like so. Watch this. And look at that, how it marries itself up. Just like that. Same thing on the other side. Now all I've got to do is tighten down my little Allen screws here with my wrench. And just like any other time that you work with a device, I'm going to just tighten them down a little at a time and not tweak one down all the way so that I don't get it on there somewhat crooked. And go back around now and do my rotation. And over here, and here now, and come back here again. So it can walk itself into the right place. Now I've got them all just finger tight, and now I'm going to give them just a little bit of extra effort. Boom. And boom. And again here. Just a little bit of torque here on these guys just to get them to settle in there. Now, you probably should put some Loctite in there, but for this demo, I'm not going to. And that's basically it. Now, like I said, you can use the Gen 3 guide rod they send with you, but I am going to suggest, because I know how much better it is, that you use one of our tungsten guide rods. And that tungsten guide rod, combined with this Gen 4 slide comp, they call it, will significantly reduce recoil, because this guy is about 5 times heavier than the factory. Our tungsten is 5 times heavier. So now we go ahead and put this in, and we just line it up into the hole that is part of the slide comp, just like a normal one, and push it into the half moon cutout down there, and that's it. That's basically the process. Now, we'll go ahead and slide it back up on our frame. And check that out. Not bad, huh? So it fits perfectly, it functions flawlessly, and if you're looking to reduce recoil and get a compensator, and really kind of a longer barrel, I mean, check it out, it's actually pretty cool looking, although the barrel's not longer, the entire slide is longer. Look how that works. Now, we just got these the other day, so I bet you that we could probably finish this in some different finishes to match the finish that we would do on your slide in our custom shop. So this whole thing would be one great color. So you can see how the black is a little bit different. But I bet you we can match those up here and do any one of our Cerakote finishes or do our titanium nitride or our NP3 finish, and it would look pretty darn awesome. So that's just a good look at this new Gen 4 slide comp. Again, it's available for the Gen 4 17 as well as the Gen 4 19, as well as the 22 and 23, and the 31 and the 32 as well. It's going to work with all those guns. And if you're looking to reduce recoil in an easy way to do, you can see how easy the installation was. It's quick, it's easy, it's effective, and you know what? I think it looks pretty cool too. So there it is. Check it out, all ready to go. And I think it's good. So now, let's go see how this thing shoots in our indoor range. All right, I've got it ramped up here now, ready to go. Full magazine, got it set up on one of our test fire guns, and let's see how it goes. You know, the objective here is this weight is going to reduce recoil significantly, but also it has the ports up top that port some of the gases out, which also helps keep the gun down. I've got our tungsten guide rod in here too, so it's going to be significantly better than the factory. Come on, let's go look at this real quick. All right, there's my first shot, all right? There's the next 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe. So, I mean, that's really the proof in the pudding right there, because you can see the gun's not going anywhere. I'm just squeezing the trigger, locking in, and it's really keeping everything pretty tight. And I'm pretty happy with this device because I know it actually does exactly what it's supposed to do, and that reduces recoil on your Gen 4 Glock. I'm Lenny McGill. This is the GlockStore Performance and Custom Shop. Thanks for watching.